Now, what's going on, everyone? I need you to do me a favor. I need you to take some time out and picture something. But what I want you to do is I want you to picture it's 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. The alarm goes off, and instead of hitting the snooze button for the third straight time, you actually spring out of bed. Now, the burning question is why? Because you know that today you're going to spend 30 minutes working on something that lights you up inside. I mean, it's something that, you know how you get that burning feeling, that tingling feeling, when you know that something that you are getting ready to start working on makes you feel all bubbly. See, something that you slowly but surely been building is this bridge from where you are now to where you want to be. Now, I know. Come on, man. It's not hard. It's not hard to come up with, but I know. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, TP, you out your freaking mind. It sounds amazing, but I'm exhausted. So the burning question is, why are you exhausted? Well, for one, you work at your day job. You barely have enough energy to make it to dinner, let alone work on your side hustle, your side project. The one thing that could possibly take you from where you're sitting at to another part of the lifestyle. I get it. I've been there. Can you imagine a person, day job, side hustle 1, side hustle 2, side hustle 3 was training youth sports, side hustle 4 is coaching high school football. So I've been there. But the one thing that I discovered after helping everybody else make their transition, after helping everybody else reach their goals, after multiple high school kids have gone to college, after helping multiple people transform from their day job to their dream job, which is now their dream career. The secret to it is not working harder or longer hours. It's about working smarter and creating what I call micro momentum. It is one of the smoothest transitional phases you could have. Now, by the end of today's episode, the roadmap will be clear. The bridge will become structurally built between your current reality and your dream future. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow, or you don't really need to work no 80 extra hours a week. In fact, what we're going to talk about is this strategy. See, everything has a strategy, everything has a structure, everything has a foundation, but this strategy, the one that the people in my community use to go from stressed out accountant to successful course creator in 18 months, working only 5 hours a week. That's what we're going to discuss today. All right. You know what you got to do. Grab your notepad, grab your piece of paper. If you don't have a notepad, grab your phone. Take some notes, but buckle up. Let's get to it.
Welcome to the Solopreneurs Chronicles podcast, the show where solopreneurs like you learn how to ignite, ascend, and empower a one-person business that works for you, not the other way around. Each week, your host, Anthony Porter, will bring you actionable strategies, real-life stories, and expert insights to help you attract clients, create consistent content, and turn your passion into profit. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, this is your go-to resource for making big things happen on your own terms. If you're ready to ditch the overwhelm and build a business that fits your life, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Solopreneur Chronicles podcast. It's your man, Tone P, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. I'm so glad you took the time out to hang out with your boy. Now, whether you're listening while commuting to your job to pay them bills that everybody seems to have, especially with what's going on in the world with the tariffs and everything like that, or you just chilling, you're on a walk, trying to figure out your next move, you're in the right place. We're not sugarcoating, we're not gatekeeping, we're not doing none of that. What we are doing is we're about to show you why this show is all about helping ambitious people like yourself build a lifestyle, a career you could actually want to be dealing with every single day without being overwhelmed, without work, without making those leaps that sometimes you feel like the net will never appear. You don't want to be mentally broke down, and frankly, some of that stuff just don't work. Now, we're going to get you to the point where you feel all that you have is your real responsibilities. And so as we dive deep in today, we're going to dive deep into something that's very passionate. that I know I'm passionate about. And that's how to strategically build a bridge from your day job to the dream job. See, I had to do that. I can't walk into a bank, even though I have okay credit. It's hard for me to walk into a bank. And trust me, I'm not throwing nothing out there that's not already been proven, but sometimes it's hard for you to walk into a situation and ask for money. It's some people gonna say it's the stereotype. It's not the stereotype. It's the stereotype. We're just gonna keep it a buck, man. All right, so there's no real quick fixes to anything. You have to be yourself. You have to understand, but you have to build this bridge. I'm not an overnight success story. Remember, I told y'all a long time ago, I started podcasting in 2017. I started my first e-com store in 2015. That's 10 years ago. So, like I said, we're going to dive deep. So grab your coffee, grab your notepad. Let's get to it, all right? So let's talk about this. The bridge mindset versus the leap mindset. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. So how about this? 3 years ago, I got an email. A marketing manager from a vendor for a company that I work for had come across some things that I was talking about and said they was miserable. They've been in the corporate world for over 8 years. And every Sunday night, they would get what they called the Sunday scaries. See, it was that pit in the stomach, knowing you had to go back to work the next day. I've always dreamed of starting my own business, helping small businesses with their marketing. Now, pay attention to what this person was saying in the email. The person was saying that they wanted to help smaller businesses with their marketing. This person was a marketing tech or vendor and felt stuck, but was too scared to walk away because they had a mortgage, had kids, all the responsibilities that come with being an adult. See, when adult is adulting, a lot of folk don't get it. When it's time to be an adult, all of these things seem to play into your decision making, right? So, the traditional advice was, I keep hearing, just follow your passion. Now, this is what they're putting in this email. Take the leap of faith. Walk out on faith. But to this person, it felt irresponsible, and frankly, it was terrifying for them. So they was in the same position that most of us have been in before, or some of us are still in that position, and they felt stuck. They didn't think they had two choices. People, you always have choices. It's how the choice that you make is how you keep everything simplified. All right, so you could either stay miserable in your current situation, or you risk everything on an uncertain dream. But there is a third option. And this is the option that nobody seems to talk about. See, this is like when they tell you, go to school, get your education, get good grades so you can get a better job. Okay, you go through high school, they tell you to do the same thing, to go to college so you can get a better job, right? But then you go and apply for these jobs and they tell you you're qualified. So that's damning to a lot of people, right? But this third option is called building the bridge. So I know you're trying to figure out, well, what do you mean building a bridge? So we're going to talk about the 4 pillars of building this bridge. So number one, the first pillar we're going to talk about is called skill stacking. Not switching, but skill stacking, right? See, the biggest mistake I see a lot of folk making, even in today's world, even in the 9 to 5, which is really a 7:30 to 4, but even in the 9 to 5, I see people making decisions based off the fact that they think they need to really start over. Like, pull the plug, jump off, no bungee cord, start over. You don't need to do that. You can still learn to be an entrepreneur, starting from scratch while you still working. But see, the thing of it is when you're being an entrepreneur, you have to take what you already have, because they're valuable skills from your day job, and just keep learning how to stack new skills on top of the existing ones. So you don't need to just really take the plunge and just jump straight off into the water. No, you don't. And so as I'm reading this and I'm responding back, I'm like, listen, you're already a great marketer. You're great at marketing. You just need to learn how to package your knowledge and deliver it to a small business. Instead of learning an entirely new career, learn new delivery methods for skills that you already got. Did you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people want to just implode everything. Take the skills you have and build on them. All right. So what you need to do is, I'm gonna give you some action steps today. Write down 5 skills you have at your current situation, your current job. Then ask yourself this: how can I package these skills to serve a different audience and solve a different problem. The first one I give to you, use AI. Just think about it. Use AI. Ask that question in either Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, Perplexity. Ask that question. DeepSeek. Ask that question. All right. When you ask that question, then you can move on to number 2, which is pillar number 2, and that's the 5-hour rule. So here's what most people go wrong with their side projects. They think they need to work 20, 30 hours per week to make progress. No, that's not the recipe. That's the recipe for burnout and failure. Instead, you want to commit 5 hours a week. It's about 45 minutes a day during the weekdays. But here's the crucial part. These 5 hours need to be protected like the most important meeting of your week. So you got to know how to block time out, like, 6 to 7 a.m. every morning. You have your morning wake up routine. That's your self time. During this time, you need to work on building your personal brand, creating content, and eventually developing your first digital product, your first physical product. It doesn't make a difference. You need to figure out at 6 to 7, you got this time slot. And I'm not saying pick 6 to 7 a.m. I'm saying is what you got to do is you got to pick this time slot, and make things happen. All right. So pick a time slot. Start creating 21 days in a row, and you become muscle memory to this. All right. So pick your time slot. Go to your calendar and block out that slot. It's 1 hour a day, 5 days. So that's 5 hours per week. You can start building your bridge activities. But you got to treat these blocks as, they're non-negotiable. You have to sit down with your people and say, listen, from this time to this time, this is my time. All right. Get you a vision board. Let them see your board. And once they see your board, let them know this is my time for us to reach them goals. Me to help us get to this point. This is what I need to do. And I need this amount of time, Monday through Friday, to get it done. So that's your action step for pillar number 2. Pillar number 3, you got to do revenue before registration. Now, understand this. Most episodes are exciting. Some need to be taught and some need to be deep down dug into. All right. So when I say revenue before registration, this is where the bridge metaphor becomes crucial. You don't just jump from one side to the other side to build a bridge. There's no support. There's nothing supporting the weight before you fully committed to crossing it. Don't quit your job. Don't quit your job until you feel your side business will generate 80% of your day job income consistently for 3 months. See, a lot of people want to say, I got my business license. I got my LLC. I got my EIN. I got my bank account. And then they just say, bump it. I'm done. No. This is why people don't understand. Listen. This is a 2 to 3 year stretch. And if you think I'm lying, here's the progressions that you have to understand. See, you can't just walk away before your 3 months is up because you want to make sure that you are financially secure. You got something to fall back on. So here's the progression that I recommend, because this is what I'm doing as I'm building for retirement. All right, so progression number 1, phase number 1 is build your foundation. That's 0 to 6 months. All right, then phase number 2 is you want to generate your first $1,000. That's 6 to 12 months. So your first year, you want to make sure that you got at least $1,000 committed. All right. Then you want to scale. And in phase 3, you want to scale to 50% of your day job income. So from the months 12 through 8, if you got 1,000, you want to scale it up 50%. So what's 50% of 1,000? All right. Or better yet, what is 50% of your daytime income? So you need to make sure you jot that down. All right. And then after that, from months 18 to 24, you want to scale that from, 80% to prepare for the transition. See, you got to take the steps. A lot of people want to just get in here and start sprinting like they, Usain Bolt or Sakari Richardson. No, run this thing like a marathon. Prep like you training for the marathon. If you've never run one before, you kind of want to say, here's what I do. I start and I run my marathon in two years. That way I'm comfortable. And see, then once you get to that point that you are comfortable, then you get to phase 5. And that's where you make your transition. That's 24 months and above. So once you've made your transition, you should be feeling great, man. All right. And then last but not least with these pillars, because this is the transitional timeline. Most people think it's the terms of some day or next year. No, bridges are built with specific timelines and milestones. You need to get the concrete about your transition. Create a blueprint, a month by month plan to outline exactly what it is you need to accomplish to make your transition possible. Man, this includes the financial milestones, skill development, and specific deliverables. We're not jumping in anything. We want to make sure that we understand what all we need to understand. Now, let's talk about this. See, I gave you the blueprint on how to start building the foundation. But let me give you some of the most common mistakes that this bridge building process people make. Mistake number one is they want to be perfect, man. Perfectionism paralysis. You don't need to be perfection. You don't need a perfectional plan. You need to plan the way that you can start executing today. You want to make sure you got something that's already lined out that you can generate, revenue like $500, something that's going to give you some confidence. All right. Mistake number two, trying to build multiple bridges. Listen, focus on one thing. All right. Focus on one bridge at a time. You don't want to, if you're going to build a course, build the one course. You want to pick one problem to solve. You want to put it on one platform. You want to have one traffic source for 1 year or however long it takes, 6 months to whatever. All right. Focus on one. But the number three mistake is this. All right. Underestimating the power of your network. See, you got to understand, kind of doing this now. Your current job isn't just your paycheck. It's your network. So as I transition into this concession, vending, gourmet popcorn and lemonade business on top of the podcast and on top of the digital marketing agency, the folk that I work with are my biggest supporters. Shout out to y'all. My first $1,500 in the new business, which I started in February, come from these folk because they are the ones who are pushing. They are the ones who are, hey man, this is dope. Hey man, I need to give you something for this. I can't let you just, and this is where I'm testing out products and I'm testing out flavors and I'm doing more testing and I'm getting more feedback. If somebody don't like something, I don't get mad about it. But this is the information that I need and this is how you do it. All right, so you have to be able to take constructive criticism, but you also have to use your network. You don't burn bridges, you build them. All right. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people want to have these ego trips. No ego trip here. So we're not burning no bridges. We building these bridges. You Philadelphia. That's what Nori said in state property too. You Philadelphia. You Philadelphia. All right, so listen, the bridge building toolkit. All right, let me give y'all some specific tools to get you started building your bridge today. Tool number one, your skill inventory. Hey, create a comprehensive list of every skill you have, including software skills. Including soft skills. You'll understand, or you'll be surprised how many transferable skills you already have in process. All right, toolkit number two, your market research formula. Before you build your bridge, before you start building, make sure there's somewhere worth going. All right, spend some time researching your target market, understanding the problems, and validating that people will pay you for your solution. Listen, we already know that where I live at is a food desert. Mostly everybody wants to run out to the east side of town because they feel like it's where the money's at. Not understanding that the further east you go, the more rent you're going to pay, right? We don't have snacks in the West End like that. I can go anywhere in the city and find a snack shop. So guess what? My market research says my people like snacks just as well. You understand what I'm saying? When I did the research, I made sure that I researched all concession type vending. So when I say concession type vending, I'm talking about like cotton candy. I'm talking about like ice cream. I'm talking about, we don't have that. We had the little popsicle trucks that come through and those prices have gone up. Is there tariffs on popsicles? Because dude's popsicle, bomb pop, I remember a bomb pop back in the day was $1.50. It's $3 now. If you're charging $3 for a bomb pop and you still riding around in a 1975 van that you put a cooler in and got a generator on the back, come on, bro. Come on now. Let's talk about it. No. All right. Do your market research, get your formula, and move on to stack, toolkit number three. This is the minimum verbal bridge. That question is, what is the smallest version of your dream that you can start building today? Simple email quotes to create in your spare time on how to build a list. All right. And that's just an example. the smallest microfraction that you can start using to build today. All right, then last but not least, number 4, progress tracking. Create a simple track system for your process of building this bridge. Spreadsheet, project management, Notion, all of these tools work. But you want to keep track. One thing I had to learn was to keep track. Right? So how do you make it sustainable? The key to a successful building bridge situation is what you have to do is you can't sprint for 2 years straight and then stop. You need to create a system of habits that can help you maintain for a long term. That means building rest into your schedule. Take time for yourself, man. All right. Celebrate small wins along the way. Have realistic expectations about the timeline and your progress. But create boundaries between your day job and the bridge you're building. See, once you start doing that, every spare moment you have is you want to build something. No, take some time. Create a sustainable rhythm and maintain that for the long. Let's bring this all together. Building a bridge from your day job to your dream job just isn't about making a dramatic leaps. It's about creating a sustainable momentum through strategic actions. Remember the 4 pillars. Stack skills, don't switch them up. Protect your 5 hours per week, work week. Generate some revenue before you resign and create a concrete transitional time. We gave you the action steps. Take 5 minutes, write down your top 5 skills from your current job. Brainstorm how you can package them all into one situation for a different audience. Open up your calendar and block out 5 hours a week, man. It works. It does work. I do it every single week, man. I got to make sure. And define what your momentum valuable bridge looks like. All right. Now, if you found this episode today of any help, do me a favor. Jump over, follow me on I Am Anthony Porter on IG, and follow me at Solopreneur Chronicles PC. We share these tips. We keep sharing them. It's always going to be something that pops up. Don't forget to jump over to the website, Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast. There will be different things popping up in the new blog that we are about to launch in about 5 days. And then if you really want to get into some valuable within the next 48 hours, we will be launching the Legacy Builders Network community. Get some free resources, get some tips, learn. It's a community. It's a free community. That's what we're doing. All right. Again, follow us, download us, give us a review on all your streaming platforms. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Apple Music. Follow us. All right. But that's my time, man. Hey, I thank you for spending your time with me today. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. I just need you to do me one quick favor. Keep building, keep grinding, keep growing, stay strategic. And let's do our thing, man. From me to you, from you to me, it's been a pleasure. It's your man, Tone P, over here at Solopreneur Chronicles Podcast. We up out of here today, man. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Solopreneurs Chronicles podcast. I hope today's episode gave you the insights and inspiration you need to take the next step in your business journey. If you enjoyed the show, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and share this episode with a fellow solopreneur. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach more people just like you. Let's thank our producers of the show, Sincere and Charlie Straughter, Rhea Cash and Theory Porter. So don't forget, for more tips, tools, and resources, subscribe to the show. So just keep building, keep growing, and I'll see you next time.